I think it's always important to do what you do. It's your spirit, innit? You always follow decisions that your gut will tell you to do. So like, it's rather than walk by direction, in a sense, you walk by faith because of that gut feeling. So just like we was on a tour in Dubai, and I'm open-minded, man. Do you know what I mean? And I have faith in God, but I haven't picked a religion to follow as such. So I just like to explore and learn about different cultures and religions. So, you know, one of my best friends from kids is a Muslim brother. So we was on a tour of Dubai and we was in the mosque, looking at how beautiful the architecture is. And it was his time to do afternoon prayer. So I just held him. I said, look, put a prayer in for me. Do you know what I mean? Everyone needs a little bit of a blessing, wherever it comes from. So we was in the mosque at the time. He said, why don't you join me for prayer? So, you know, you have like an imam, someone that leads prayer. So he was leading the prayer. So I followed the instructions, but I was praying to, even though I was respecting the culture, I was just praying in my own way, but following, you know, the way of Islam in that sense, and like bowing down on my knees and stuff. And it would have been the same if I was in the church. So I think for me, it was definitely with pure intentions, but for others, I can't make up their mind of how they want to interpret it and how they want to explain their reasons for why they may have disliked it. You know where I'm coming from? Because for me, it was just from pure intentions, as I just explained.
The first thing that come out from that picture is that Auntie Joshua has now turned Muslim. So can you just sort of clarify whether that is the case or isn't the case?
I don't want to start clarifying stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I think that I don't think I have to. If I want to be in a mosque, if I want to be in a Catholic church or a church, it's all down to my decision. I don't want to start having to be like, oh, I'm going to church, but guys, I'm not a Christian. That's silly. Do you know what I mean? So I was just in a mosque, and I just wanted to be blessed, to be protected. So I asked my boy to pray for me, and he asked me to join in for prayer. So with all due respect, I followed the culture and the way the religion bowed down to God, and that was all it was.
When I was looking underneath the comments, I saw that one of the first comments was, unfollowed, I might be going to watch Auntie Joshua anymore.
Well, people need his ticket or her ticket, so, you know, it's no
But
problem.
why would you believe that someone would, you know...
That's why I said to you about the bubble. It's important to get out of the bubble, you know, because when I was out there, I had a long conversation before with someone, just about life and religion. So yeah, it was nice to be out of the bubble. So from where I posted it, mate, when I was away, I was in a pure state, in a place of like relaxation, and my mind was clear. So people that may comment negative things might have seen it in a different light if they was in that conversation with me or had an understanding of why I've done it. But that's why I say I can't always explain why I do things, because I'll be explaining until the cows come home.
But do you feel like you don't have to explain? You went to the mosque that day, you pray, end of story. Is that how it is for you?
With like the majority of things I do.
Yeah.
With the majority of things I choose to do. Yeah. And as long as they're with pure intent, 100% I shouldn't explain it. It's a good thing. It's about, and especially like with all the stuff going on in America with the election and stuff, and divide and conquer, that shows like unity. Do you know what I mean? A guy that doesn't practice but connecting with Islam, when it shows unity. So there should be no negative feedback about that when someone's just trying to spread a positive message. I don't see how you can find negative in it. So that's why I don't really entertain it. It'll be too hard to try and explain it.
But in this country, there's so much negative focus on Muslims and Islam.
But when I was out there, I was sitting with people in their full, I think it's Condoras and stuff like that, and they seem like righteous, normal, humble people. Do you know what I mean? So it's a difference. It's a big difference, and you've got a lot of the Brits going out there to visit the country, and it must be beautiful. So it's like, I think you need to get out there and spread, you know, open your eyes to like the other beautiful things in life rather than what's directly in front of you. As I said, when I was actually out there and I lifted my head up from what was directly in front of me, I saw some, you know, positive people, and I had some positive conversations, and the Islam that I know is a beautiful thing. The Christianity that I know is a beautiful thing. The Judaism that I know, the Hinduism, it's all beautiful things, man. They preach some nice things.
I was just saying that all that negative stuff that we see and hear in this country, it must be stressed that isn't just that. You know, there is another side to all these cultures that you're talking about and religions you're talking about. people need to be aware of everything that goes on rather than just focus on the negative stuff that's portrayed to us. So.
Yeah, but that's and that's why I say like stay humble, because media's media. Don't buy into everything you hear. Do you know what I mean? Like like hype and stuff. I know about all that stuff, but you know, it's media, innit? It's part and parcel. It comes with the territory. So yeah, you should just try and look into things a bit deeper and listen. And that's what I said. We had a good conversation. And I've always like had an interest in history, because like all these things. When I talk about religion, is like a massive sector in life was here way before my existence. So I have a massive interest in history.